Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Okay. Where's that Civil War at? Civil War. See that? The Republican Party is in the middle of a civil war, snitching on each other, calling each other out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's a civil war going on in the Republican Party, right? And let's see. Let's look at this real quick. I typed this in. Trump slams Tucker, Candace, Alex Jones. 12 days ago, Trump rages at Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Alex Jones, Candace Owens. 11 days ago, so this is what's been going on, right? Tucker yesterday apologized, right? Where's that? Tucker apologizes to Trump. Let's get that. So this is the kind of activity. Tucker. I get that right? Apologizes. Something. 22 hours. Tucker Carlson apologizes for endorsing, and then he apologized for coming after him. Or is apologizing for let's see, Slovakia, for backing Trump. Oh, okay. All right. So, what is that? Apologizes for misleading voters. Okay. So this is right. This is serious. But what I want to point out is this. Okay. So we got the Civil War. We got the kingdom being divided against itself, being brought to desolation. We clearly see that. But what I want to point out is this, okay? Kash Patel visibly shaken as career is over. This happened yesterday. But listen to what comes up here, okay? Listen to what comes up. And let me say this right now. Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Bashem Makakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutation to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and its sincerity, hopeful like tabernacle of David. All right, I'm the elder Yahshua. Shalom and salutations to you all. Okay, so let's listen to this, and when they get to it, I'll stop, okay? Because they're going to go into the reason why. Let me just play it. Okay, so this Adam Mockler. This is yesterday, 18 hours ago. And it's about Kash. Now, Kash is about to throw somebody under the bus to do what? To take attention, obfuscate, to take attention away from himself. Listen to this.
The simple answer to your question is you are lying.
All right, what a brutal, brutal showing for our FBI director, Kash Patel, who has been under fire over the past week or so for very serious, credible allegations that his excessive drinking has been bleeding into his career and has been negatively affecting his ability to do his work. Now, the allegations say that especially near the beginning of Kash Patel's tenure as FBI director, he was oftentimes so drunk late at night that he was unreachable the next morning. The Secret Service even one time had to request one of those kinetic breacher devices that SWAT teams use to break down doors because they were so worried about Kash Patel. They didn't end up using the kinetic breacher device, but the fact that they had to request it because our FBI director was incapacitated is very, very scary. There are also so many allegations that his girlfriend has been flying around on private jets funded by us, that his girlfriend has been using Secret Service to Uber her and her friends around Nashville after they get drunk. Just an absolute derelict of duty coming from the highest echelons of power power in the United States.
Highest echelons of power in the United States is looking bad right now. So what do? You throw them under the bus. What do? You tip them off what you've been doing with the KKK.
And none other than Kash Patel gave a press conference today about a slightly unrelated issue. I swear to God, it seems like they're making up some case about the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Huh? This has to do with what? Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, is unveiling what? Let's get that real quick. His own tongue. I'm going to make this real short. We don't need any more. But this is about them infighting. His own tongue. O-N. His own T-O. His own tongue. You? How do you spell tongue? T-O-N-G-U-E. His tongue. To fall. Slovakia, bear with me. This happens. Let's see. To fall. Right there. Hide. Slovakia. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Their own tongues will ruin them. He will turn their own tongues against them. They're going to snitch on each other. This is what's going on here. Their slander will bring about their demise. So where are we at with this thing? Okay, we're here. Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, is he's under the gun right now. So what does he do? He throws SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, under the bus. Listen to this. So this is a matter of the FBI throwing out some red meat, right, to distract. Listen.
It's an absolute derelict of duty coming from the highest echelons of power in the United States, and none other than Kash Patel gave a press conference today about a slightly unrelated issue. I swear to God, it seems like they're making up some case about the Southern Poverty Law Center, a law center that is created for black and brown communities to have legal representation and have any sort of representation in this democracy. They're saying that it's been funding the KKK somehow. This seems like a crazy conspiracy theory, like the ones they made up about George Floyd or...
You don't know who the devil is, do you, young man? You might be the damn devil yourself. Why you don't know?
Representation and have any sort of representation in this democracy. They're saying that it's been funding the KKK somehow. This seems like a crazy conspiracy theory, like the ones they made up about George Floyd or Hillary Clinton. I have no clue what they're even talking about here. But about halfway through the press conference, they begin to be asked about the Atlantic article. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to the series of events here.
Okay, so now they go back into what his actual situation is about or whatever he's speaking about. But he dropped that in there, just as a throwaway. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you just say the SPLC? Because that's trending right now. So let's look into that. SPLC funding the Klan. Now, Negroes are going to run with this. Okay? You better come right up, no matter what I use. SPLC indictment. Look at this. Better come straight up. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Patel. With any questions?
I'd like to know why individual people are not mentioned in this indictment. Is that something that's going to come down the pike? Is this just an indictment of the entity? Can you kind of explain, could people face charges here, or is this the indictment and you're done?
So, yes, I mean, as we said, this investigation is very much ongoing. And today, the grand jury returned an indictment against only one entity, the Southern Poverty Law Center, and we'll go from there. But as you'll see from the indictment itself, it should be obvious from the indictment that the investigation is ongoing.
I just want to make sure.
And that's got to see, for them to be doing that, some real bad shit. They had to give us that. That means something is on the verge of really breaking, and a whole lot of shit come out, so they got to throw us something to distract. All right? The FBI, yeah.
I understand you're alleging that the Southern Poverty Law Center was paying the leaders of KKK and other groups to continue their operations. Is that?
I'm not alleging it. The grand jury returned an indictment that says that. And so what the investigation found, according to the indictment that was returned today, is that they were paying. So the Southern Poverty Law Center is raising money, asking folks to give them money to dismantle racism. And over a very long period of time, they were using some of the money they raised from donors to pay to, they call them field, basically to informants, for information, for access, to just pay them for.
We all forgot about what was going on with the drunk boy right here. We listening to this. What? Say what? He did what?
Certain to do certain things, and so yes, that's exactly what the indictment charges.
To do certain things like hang niggas. We're gonna pay you to go out and hang. So a whole bunch of Negroes lately hanging from the trees. I wonder why. Because somebody got to make some money. Somebody got to eat, right? That's all we need. I'm going to get one and be gone. Sirach 12 and 10. Never, 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 never. Never, never, never. SPLC. Never, never, never. Oh, we're here to help Negroes. Never, 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 never. Trust thine enemy, for like as Zion resteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching in the Southern Poverty Law Center, and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Jump down to 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. I'm a hire the clan. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Hire the clan to do what? To kill you. If adversity come upon thee, like what those them three dudes went down. I forget, they got in a car, went down to do some what they call civil rights work. Those civil rights workers that were in that car, and they got with the Klan. Remember that? If adversity come upon them, who was there first? If the SPLC or one of them organizations, the NAACP. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Three, civil rights workers found dead in the car NAACP. Remember this? 67. I had to be 4. Disappearance of 3 civil rights workers that led to Mississippi burning. Okay, does it have anything to do with the NAACP? Okay, I think they got there first, if I'm not mistaken. Who did this? The Klan? Was it the Klan? They've been getting paid all this time. 60, Mississippi 60. Was the find him there first. Not directly, but they investigated it. It says, which was primarily an investigation. However, the NAACP was heavily active in Mississippi voter registration campaigns at the time. Their local leaders were frequently targeted by the Ku Klux Klan. Let's see. 67 NAACP murders in Mississippi. Is this what I'm thinking about? It's possible that your question is referring to another major tragedy in 67, while the 64 incident is known as Mississippi burning. Okay. And see, look. Okay, so 64. Okay, so they're taking my words and throwing some bullshit. Directly targeted in 67. Dismissed. Okay, so I'm just Slovakia. Let me change this real quick. 64. Let me see what it says now. Now what? Yes. Now there, but it was heavily involved in the broader freedom summer. There's so many. The 3 murdered men. Okay. There's so many things going on in Mississippi in the 60s. But it was heavily involved in the broader freedom summer movement. Are you going to tell me which organization was not the primary organ? Well, but were they? See? Okay, core. While the victims were with core, right? Dealing with the Klan. Okay. This is nothing new. Here's a question. Was the Klan getting paid back then too? What do you think? Is this something new? Let's consult the scriptures. Under the bridge, right? Under the sun. How about new? New under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Let's see if they were getting paid back then. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, getting paid. And that which is done is that which shall be done, and there's no new thing under the sun. All right? What exists has already been, and what will be has already been, for the Most High will call to account what has passed. Okay? They've been doing this. It's nothing new. Is the Klan getting paid? Yeah, it's called the police department. Okay? The FBI, who claims to be investigating these things. No, the FBI is ensuring that the Klan is getting paid. Okay? They divert some money to the NAACP or Southern Poverty Law Center, and the Klan gets their money and string a few up. With that, we pray that the elect ratified you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.